Okay, so get this. The guy whose literal job is chopping heads anyone caught stealing medicine because there's a plague is also sneaking around at night giving the medicine away. Like, make up your mind, psycho.
It's called moral ambiguity, duality, the central thematic tension of Defy the Night by Brigid Kemmerer, which is ostensibly our topic today, if you'd allow us to actually introduce it.
Introduce, we just did. Plague medicine hoarding hot prince playing both sides. Boom. Done. This is Heart Book Radio, not Literature 101. People want the Barrett, not a syllabus.
It's set in Kandala, a kingdom gripped by a mysterious illness, the only cure derived from the scarce moonflower blossom, controlled entirely by the crown. A situation rife with socio-political commentary that Kemmerer clearly intended to.
Oh my god, intended. Here we go. Like, you know what was rattling around in her brain. Maybe she just thought, you know what's hot? A prince who kills people but also cares? It's not that deep, Professor. It's probably just like that time you tried to argue Edward. Cullen was a misunderstood romantic hero.
We are not revisiting the Twilight debacle of 22. Corrick is a fundamentally different archetype. He's the king's justice burdened by duty.
Burdened? He looks like he enjoys it. The book practically says he's cold. Crew handing out death sentences like free samples at Costco. And our little heroine, Tessa. She's supposed to hate him, right? Because he's the face of the regime killing her people.
Precisely. Tessa Cade, an apothecary's apprentice moonlighting as a Robin Hood figure alongside the charming rogue, West distributing stolen elixir. Her righteous fury against Prince Corrick is palpable.
Yeah, until spoiler alert, but who cares, she finds out Wes. Her flirty rabble buddy is Prince Corrick. Dun dun dun, does she run screaming. Does she stab him with a rusty spoon? No, she gets all conflicted and Sunni because he says things like, "You make me want to do better. Gag me." That's exactly what Chad said after he keyed my car.
Are we truly comparing Prince Corrick of Kandala to Chad? The psychological complexity.
Complexity? He's a gaslighter with a crown. I have to torture people publicly, Tessa. It's for the greater good. But secretly, just for you, I'm a sooty pie. I bet he has a picture of his torture rack caption, "Looking for someone to understand my dark side."
He is grappling with the immense pressure of upholding order in a kingdom on the brink of collapse. His brother, King Harriston.
Oh, the brother, the wet blanket. Probably cries himself to sleep listening to sad lute music. And Tessa, don't get me started. Some reviewers called her a crybaby and annoying. One literally said the author wrote her like she's better than you ever will be. I felt that. She's so noble it hurts. Gasps when a guy takes his shirt off. Honey, it's a plague-ridden hellscape priorities.
I found her compassion to be her strength, actually. A necessary foil to Corrick's pragmatism. Though, I concede her plan to infiltrate the palace seemed ill-conceived.
Ill-conceived. It was dumber than a bag of hammers, and Corrick's pragmatism. Is that what we're calling public executions now? What about his sex life? You think he yells, "Mind your metal," in bed?
That is wildly inappropriate speculation, and completely irrelevant. We're supposed to be discussing if the book is good.
Right? Is this book actually any good? Okay, here's a review, 5 stars. Perfection. Ultimate favorite series. And here's another 1 star. Starless or great than nothing. Make it make sense.
It speaks to the polarizing nature of the central conceit. Some readers appreciate the fast-paced plot and the romantic tension, even if predictable. Others find the morally grey aspect, particularly Corrick's actions, irredeemable. I read a listener email, an imaginary listener email since we don't have those Dear Heart Book Radio. I loved Corrick. He's just misunderstood.
The "I can fix him" crowd? Honey, you can't even fix your Wi-Fi password. And another email, probably Dear Heart Book Radio. Tessa made me want to throw the book across the room. Why is she falling for the guy who might have killed her best friend's cousin Kevin over a stolen flower petal? Signed, someone with standards.
The amnesty deal at the end was also divisive. Forgiving rebels who committed violence, it raises questions about justice versus peace, a bold narrative choice.
Bold or bonkers. It felt like the author just wanted a tidy ending. Everybody hug it out, even though you murdered Frank from accounting. It's like that ending you loved in.
Do not bring up the Twilight ending. This is different. It's about societal healing.
Okay, hypothetical, if Prince Corrick were a sandwich, what kind would he be?
What? That's absurd.
Come on. I say, a very fancy panini, Looks good on the outside, maybe some prosciutto and artisanal cheese. But you bite into it and there's, like, razor blades and regret.
I refuse to engage. Fine. Perhaps a Reuben. Complex layers, undeniably messy, potentially divisive due to the sauerkraut, representing the soreness of his public duties, but ultimately satisfying for a certain palate.
Wow, deep. And wrong. Definitely razor blades. Okay, wrap it up. Rating time.
Despite some reliance on YA tropes and a protagonist whose naivety occasionally strained credulity, the exploration of power, sacrifice, and systemic failure was compelling. I give Defy the Night 6 out of 10 suppressed peasant uprisings.
6? Are you kidding? It was a hot mess. Annoying girl, psycho prince she falls for anyway. Plot holes you could drive a plague cart through. But I couldn't stop reading it. Fine, I give it 4 out of 5. I yelled justice for Kevin at the book.
That averages to a deeply unsatisfying and mathematically dubious 5.
Whatever. Next week, we're tackling my Rubatatane sentience and judged my life choices. Sounds like a documentary.
That isn't a real book.
Says you. Until next time, keep your hearts full and your books questionable. This was Heartbook Radio.